And one of the problems that we face is what I call the three camps of awareness. This all has to do with perception management. So very briefly, camp one is mainstream narratives and all of the things that politicians and the media try to persuade us of, typically full of lies, indeed big lies. But nevertheless, most of the population swallows the lies because they've been heavily propagandized and indoctrinated for their entire lives. Camp two is for those who have doubts about camp one. They realize that there's something very badly wrong. So, maybe you realize that it's impossible for two planes to destroy 3 towers on 9/11, or you realize that there's something really badly off about the lockdowns. And you start asking some critical questions, and you actually leave camp one, which is a difficult thing to do because it requires you to jettison a whole host of assumptions that you've developed over the course of your life about the strength of liberal democracy and the inherent virtue of Western civilization and all of these kind of things. But if you make it into camp two, there you are met, in my opinion, by a battalion of fake dissidents and fake heroes who have been placed there to win your trust and ultimately mislead you or take you down avenues which won't lead anywhere useful in terms of resistance. These actors are typically identifiable by the fact that they've not been banned from, say, YouTube and Facebook. They have very large followings, and there are certain topics that they will refuse to address. And finally, camp three is the truth, and it's a very hard place to get to because you've got to get out of camp two and into camp three, and it's also a very ugly place to be because when you see how power is really working in the world, it's very frightening and psychologically very difficult to accept. So there are various barriers for people getting there, and of course, particularly online, algorithms can be used to manipulate perception so that those in camp one are only really exposed to the mainstream ideas and they stay in camp one. Those in camp two are mostly exposed to the camp two ideas and they stay in camp two. Those in camp three, they have their voices throttled